Hi, my name is Betsy Brecht, and this is a communication book that I've designed for John. It's based on a POD, or a Pragmatic Organization Dynamic Display book, communication book. I found out about it while I was doing research for this project, read some articles, watched some videos, and thought that I would kind of base my project on that as like a beginning book for John. So all his pages are in the binder. The binder has Velcro strips on the back. So when we attach that, it stands up for him and can be placed on his wheelchair tray, on a table, whatever is eye level for him and most convenient. These pages can be added to and things. I've set up a couple. This is John's homepage. So this is sort of like his table of contents. So I just set up some basic things. I have quick words, I want, I feel, places, people, math, language arts, and morning meeting are things I put in here. The way John will communicate is using partner-assisted scanning, which is commonly used with a pod, and I thought would work for this as well. Prior to using the book, John will need to be taught head movements to indicate yes and no. So I decided on a head turn for no and a head up for yes. So this is something that will have to be worked on with John prior to starting the book. So when he's being asked yes or no, he knows how to indicate those things. For his partner to communicate with him, they will need to sit next to him, be able to see the book as he can see the book, and they'll be giving him choices to indicate yes or no. We're going to kind of narrow the choices down for what he wants. So this homepage or table of contents may be up, and the partner may go, John, quick words, I want, I feel. And he would indicate yes or no. So if he indicated yes, then we would start back individually one by one. Quick words? No. I want? Yes or no. And then this tab indicates to go to page 3. So the third page, and we're tabbed over here, would be general things that John may want. Help, break, play, and the same thing. The communication partner would, give him 2 or 3 things to try and narrow it down to what he needs. Each page after the home page has a go back symbol on it as well. If you get through all the choices, the communication partner will get through all the choices, and John had indicated no to all of them, you would ask, go back yes or no. And if he indicates yes, then you need to go back to the table of contents to figure out what was misunderstood or what he needs to communicate. I set up like a couple lessons in here. I did add a math and language arts and morning meeting tabs. And I set up a page for John for math. And I thought this would be something that might be used with patterns. So the pages in here, the teacher can go in and put in pages that will be used for lessons that day. So she can take it out, she can take it in. She might want to leave a page that has general math vocabulary in it for him as well. So there can be several pages in this section. But I chose to do this. So with his communication partner, the teacher may display a pattern, or a pattern may be displayed in front of him if he's working one-on-one. So for example, if the pattern was blue circle, red circle, black circle, blue circle, red circle, what comes next? The communication partner would then need to do the scanning with John. So same thing, they would go through blue, red, yellow. John would indicate no, so none of those colors. Green, black, white. John indicates yes, so now I have to go back. John, is it green? Yes or no? No. John, is the color black? Yes or no? Yes. So now we have the color, and then the communication partner would then need to go and do the symbols as well. Is it a square or a circle? Yes. Is it a square? No. Is it a circle? Yes. So John's answer would be black circle to finish the pattern. The other page I set up in here was for morning meeting, like under the language arts section from the table of contents. I kind of envisioned John using this with a peer communication partner, especially for the attendance piece. Obviously, that communication partner, being a peer, would need to know what the movements were that meant yes or no, and I think that would be easy enough to teach even second graders. John's 7, first or second graders. So he has all the names and pictures. Obviously, if this were for real, we'd probably have the real student pictures here. So the peer partner, communication partner, can sit next to John and have their own tally sheet or marking sheet and be like, John, is Lizzie here, yes or no? And then John would indicate head up for yes or to the side for no. And then the communication partner could mark absent or present. And then either he and John can hand that to the teacher, or he and John can go down to the office. I also set up like calendar pages for morning meetings, same kind of thing. Today is, and ask John a couple of days, narrow it down, find out, and then you can do yesterday and tomorrow. And then also weather symbols, so John can indicate the weather during morning meeting. So I chose this type of communication system because it can be customized specifically for John and changed to and added to as needed. The first tab, and just give a quick look, would be the quick word. So this would be John's basic core vocabulary to start with. And if he picks this up very quickly, smaller icons, more icons per page, more words, and those kinds of things. But it can be added to, it can be changed, and I just really like the fact that, it can be John's book for all his needs. School staff and parents can communicate about what pages need to go in here. I mean, staff can add pages to communicate with parents and vice versa. They can determine the order and the design of the pages that they feel is best for John. John's previous system used a head switch. I inferred from this that he may have limited movement in his hands or not really be able to control his hand movement very well. So I thought the head turn and the head up would work for him because he seems to have head movement. And the information also said that John's previous head switch wasn't really in a good position for him based on his PT goals. So I think the more natural movement of the no and yes would be more aligned with PT goals and things that wouldn't be awkward for him. From the information I gathered, a pod, even a beginning one like this, can be a useful tool towards building skills for more sophisticated communication systems, which can be done added to this, and then this might then transfer over to something electronically at some point for John, if they can figure that out. So this is a low-tech communication device I designed for John. I hope you like it. Thanks.